So welcome back to week 52 of my reboot progression series. My character, the 280 Nightwalker, is gonna turn 1 year old this week, as well as I will be doing YouTube for 1 year. So I would like to celebrate together with you guys and look back at all the episodes that I created to figure out what did it take to get to the point in the game where I'm right now. I am sitting at 49k stats. For the regular viewers, you will know that I was higher before, but I accidentally nerfed myself, right? Whoops! As well as, yeah, here's the Knight in Training medal that I got 2022 on the 17th of November, when the Ignition event started and I was able to hyper burn this Nightwalker all the way. Let's take the time to look back at what brought me here. Today is the 16th of November 2022. The Ignition patch just hit and I am hyped for this.
None of us are alone. It's time for you to count on me. Just as I've always counted on every one of you. The Cygnus Knights are one. Together, we've done what any one of us would have thought impossible. And until the day the very last Cygnus Knight still stands proud, we will march with one name, one purpose. Cygnus Knights, we march to war!
When I first saw this trailer, half a year before it would hit GMS in the Ignition update, it built this incredible amount of hype in me that I was so sure I wanted to create a Nightwalker and share my progress here on YouTube with you guys. Nice, thank you. Here are our skills, Shadow Spear. That's a skill that lags all the Nightwalkers, but it's supposed to be fixed. We will figure this out. Rated Dark Servant, this is an amazing skill. It's like a stationary shadow partner. And we have Shadow Bite, it summons bats. And Rapid Throw. Rapid Throw is our burst skill. Alright, and then here I take on Magnus. Even after doing the 5th job advancement, Magnus was such a struggle because I had zero idea of how to play this properly. I mean, obviously it's still the old Magnus fight, so it was just a lot harder, right? I was just throwing everything at the wall, see what would stick, right? And man, I'm really speedrunning these deaths here. Yeah, man, and then I immediately continued the grind. It's like 1 day into the progression series and I'm already hitting Choo Choo Island. That's pretty good if you ask me. Alright, and then at level 217 I'm like, okay Magnus, now I know how to play this class and you're gonna go down. And then I completely wreck him because I'm actually doing my burst somewhat properly, right? At least I'm doing it in the right order. Alright, and then I take on a Carrium for the first time. This was, I think, the week, or at least it was very, very recent that they changed Acarium to become easier. And he'll now spawn his blue zone mirror or whatever it is, which will not one-hit you anymore, which is super nice, of course, for low-damage characters. And then at the very end of the episode, I reached level 241 already, damn! And I take on my own weeklies. Yeah, Princess Snow, of course, is a struggle. Oh my god, I used the minion before I entered. I don't know about that. Oh, right! It was the first time my game ever lagged during the Nightwalker burst. Yeah, this is gonna be a huge issue for the first couple of episodes because I was still using my PC to run Maplestory and record at the same time, and you know, that just doesn't go over well. Nowadays I'm using GeForce Now to run the game, and then OBS is still running on my desktop to capture all the footage that I record. And damn, I only got 7 fragments from Princess Snow. Ooh. You wanna have at least 8 to be on the good side, because you'll eventually need 15 and you want to get 15 within 2 weeks so you can get your proper secondary going, right? It's also a huge upgrade. And I think the best moment of this episode happens here at the very end, where I take on Vellum. the first time where I really caught the glimpse of what is possible on Nightwalker when I would say by complete accident, actually play pretty well. Okay. Oh no, oh no, oh no, this is going to be it. Oh, so close. I think we have a mini burst here, so let's try our best. Decent. Oh, the movement! Oh, God, gamer! Damn! Oh! Wow! Oh man, that felt amazing! Wow! Yeah, still, I'm super satisfied with that play, to be honest. And yeah, that basically did it for the first episode. I got to level 241 and was able to solo CRA already, so that's pretty good. But I already had a big account going into this, as well as some money. So, you know, even though I only had epic gear, the big legion counts for a lot here. So don't be discouraged if you would not be able to clear CRA on your first week on your Hyperburner. Especially since, you know, in this week I was playing for 6 to 8 hours a day, so really a ton to get this far. In general, like, if you're watching these videos and think that you should compare yourself to me, I wouldn't advise so, because I do play a lot. So I think I have on average at least like 4 hours a day to play the game if I want to. And yeah, I don't think that's feasible for everybody, so don't be discouraged if you cannot progress as fast as me. And especially when it comes to this video, if you're watching this and think, oh wow, this guy did all this in 1 year. Believe me, there are people who do a lot more than this in 1 year. In the second episode, I start things off with a big queuing session where I get my emblem and newly acquired Princess Snow secondary up to speed. I was fortunate enough to even get the secondary at this point because Princess Snow was nice enough to drop enough of her emblems. After that, I showcased the Phantom Forest dailies. I will be starting these dailies from here on out because I am looking to buy the Balanced Furies from the shop, the throwing stars that I still use to this day. Following that, I do the Mushroom Shrine pre-quest in order to unlock the full Threads of Fate so I can get the rapport up with the certain NPCs and get into the pool to craft more webs through the tasks and asks. Then it's time for another boss fight. I take on Chaos Papulatus for the first time. At this stage, this boss was still hard, so the unnerved version, and I fail miserably, but at least I was able to take my buffs into Akechi and finish that fight off easily. Later on, I rematched Papulatus, and this time the outcome was a different one. Just to get this out of the way, if you really like progressing in Maplestory and like watching content about it just as I do, then feel free to subscribe. I try to upload every Thursday, and the next upload is gonna be me starting a new hyper-burning adventure on this account. Later into week 2, I make it to 250 and start grinding in Labyrinth. From here on out, the levels are gonna come way slower. And also during the end of the episode, I tried to take on Normal Lotus and actually managed to defeat it. And I still think the early game of Maplestory is probably still the most fun, because upgrades happen so frequently and you can fight new bosses all the time. In week 3 of this progression series, I take on Helix for the first time. So here, check it out. Ooh. Okay. Oh! Yes! Oh my god, I'm still buffing my guy. The fight hasn't even started for me. Oh no, the hand got me. Okay, let's just use rapid throw. I hope I got everything. But every buff up, I don't think so, no. Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die! Oh! I have no idea. Okay, I should go outside. I should wait. I should calm down. I nearly died. Okay, this was way too hectic. What the heck? I don't even know if I did any damage, to be honest. I didn't have the time to even peek. Hello, can I enter? Oh, oh my god! I was in the air, my guy. Okay, okay, okay. Keep. Or why did we do so much damage? Okay, oh! Ooh, I'm not sure if no, 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 I definitely died. I mean, I would have died, but the shield, the overshield, kept me alive. Oh! Right, again? Dude, Nightwalker is invincible, what? This is so broken. Okay, but can I use a potion? Okay, I really, I can't, I feel like I can't care for the stacks, yeah? Oh, okay, that's fair, that's fair, that's fair. I think I can just... Oh, switch positions again, yo. And burst. Yes, okay, it's very stressful, but it's doable. I hate fighting Hellox. Whew. Honestly, I feel like after such a fight, I should have brought a drop coupon with me. Okay, we have 213 drop rate. Yeah, that's about it. Let's hope for the best. And nothing. That's fine. But I'm glad that I can do this now. Bam! 255. Another milestone down. And with that, I welcome you all back to our reboot progression series. Week 4. In week 4, I took part in the first Shining Star Force event I ever experienced. I made some nice gains, mostly brought my gear up to 17 stars, but I also had some real Star Forcing content. I just looked at the rates for this, and just getting an item up to 21 stars, like a level 150 item without Star Forcing, should cost around, let me look at this again, 7.6 billion on average, and 5.6 billion would be the median here. And the boom stats would be average booms of 1.36. So we are already over that, that means that we are obviously gonna hit this one out the park right now. And bam, fail, fail. Dude, it's 30%, it's 30%. Fail, okay, I'm calm. Alright! Nice. Yeah, and now the real trap begins, right? I just looked at the statistics, getting an item from 0 up to 21. Roughly 7.6 billion on average, 5.6 is the median. And we have 6 billion mesos left. We have enough spares, which means that we should very likely... You know what? yeah, I'm not gonna let anyone down here. And let's hope the Star Forcing has, the timer or the speed of this minigame is already slow. No, it's still pretty fast, but oh, okay. Calm down. Okay, let's get up to 21 again.
this is where the real star forcing happens, right? I spent, how late is it now? I think I spent like over 3 hours just to get to this point. You know, and now the actual star forcing starts, basically, you know, where you play the mini game, etc. So, bam. Oh! I'm so happy. I'm so happy now. Oh, look at this. This doesn't even have a real flame. Now this item that needs to get, you know, at least 100 flames and 3 lines of luck just to finish this, but oh, 22 stars. Yeah, definitely a first for me. This is pretty awesome. Damn.
And with these gains, even normal slime wasn't an issue anymore. From there on out, in week 5, I take on normal Lucid for the first time, and in week 6, I struggled through Easy Will, but at least I was able to take him down. Finally, in week 7, I'm able to provide you with some real content. Through the login event, I was able to get a premium surprise style box. So here, please check it out. Ah, jackpot, here we are. Master Fairy set. So there are jackpots that are just cosmetics. Huh. And 1 premium surprise style box coupon. Alright. So let's open all of them. I don't think we got any jackpot prize, but that's fine. Let's get the 600 ignition coins, highly appreciated. And use this. Premium surprise style box. This box grants 1 random equip item. I think these are from the cash shop. Huh. Okay. What am I supposed to do with them? I can't open it. Like, do I have to go to the cash shop and open it here? No, not safe. Yeah. Delete, I can delete it, okay. I'm so confused. What? Here, premium surprise style box. I can buy them here, but I like. Huh. Aha. Okay, double left click it is. So we got an outfit and just a top and a pretty cool one. So let's save it. Let's try it on. And to this day, this was the first and only premium surprise style box that I've ever opened. I'm not really into gambling with my real money in video games, so when I don't get to choose what I'm buying, I'm not biting. Sorry, Nexon. Other than that, we reached 260 in this episode and explore Cernium for the first time. After upgrading my gear some more in week 8, I decide, alright, now I'm hard, lucid and will ready. You'll also see that I lag quite a lot during burst, but this is something that will be fixed in the near future. Later on into this week, we decide to take on hard will for the first time in a party. Through practicing in normal and easy mode, I was already familiar enough with the mechanics. Still, it wasn't quite enough for me to survive this week's run, but from here on out, I'll be running hard will in a party. In week 9, I focus on showcasing the commercy content, unlock the dreadnought, as well as transpose my pendant. Even though the flame wasn't the highest, this is still a flame that is nowadays unreachable with just red flames, since they heavily nerfed this system. This is also the episode where I get an awesome flame on my Misty Island totem, 101 luck and 24 dex. In week 10, I discuss my rec server progress and show off my 255 shade that I played before I moved over to Reboot. This character is able to defeat all the bosses up to Lomian, and this gives me the opportunity to sell some mesos for Maple points. But to be honest, this is something that I don't consider worth it to do. I love the thumbnail of week 11. The episode is called My First Rare Drop, and you'll see that Papulatus is there. As well as the Papulatus mark. But the rare drop that I get here is from Hard Lotus, because we decide to take on Hard Lomian for the first time as a party, and I will be immediately rewarded with one amazing drop, the Berserk, that I end up using for quite a long time at 17 stars. From here on out, I solo Hard Lotus for the first time in week 12, and follow that up with a Hard Damien solo in week 13. Usually these should be a little more separated out from each other, but I took on Hard Lotus relatively late into my progression. In week 14, I reached level 270 and unlock Hotel Arcus. From there on out, in week 15, I start my Tower of Oz journey and follow that up with 2 weeks of filler. Episodes 16 and 17 were the first episodes where really nothing much happened, to be honest. But as it's always the case, after a couple of filler episodes, the next canon episode hits the hardest. And this is where I take on Hard Lucid in week 18. Just to give you an overview, what equips I'm wearing right here, it is 17-star Meister, 17-star Kana, 6-star GlonaStar Hilarious, 17-star Superior, Gollux Ring, 15-star Sweetwater, 12-star Gollux Pendant, then 12-star Umbra Guards, 19-star Head, 17-star Face, Berserk actually, 18-star Black Bean Mark, 19-star not overall but top, and here we go, this is my best item, 22-star Pants, 12-star Umbra Shoes, 12-star Superior Gollux Earrings, 12-star Shoulders, 17-star Gloves, and 12-star Cape. So honestly, we aren't even a real 17-star gamer. We have more 12-star equips than 17-star equips, and we already are Lucid ready here with either of these secondaries. Oh my, I can't believe it. Oh my god, I feel so much pressure now to actually do Lucid solo. Oh my god. And I really wasn't kidding at the time. I felt so much pressure to perform for the first time on my YouTube channel. It was insane. And it took me a couple of attempts to finally be able to clear Lucid for the first time solo. But to be honest, clearing Lucid solo if you have barely enough damage is so RNG that I wouldn't really recommend it unless you're solo progressing. Partying Lucid is so chill, and the drop doesn't really matter until you're so much further into the game. I would just say party Lucid for fun until you can just blow it up. Heal. Oh, I think she's casting. It's Dragon also right now, I think. Okay, it wasn't Dragon, but honestly, what was that? God gameplay right there, to be honest. Okay, we are about to do it here. One more last try if we have Echo up. Oh no, platform broke. Oh no, minigame soon. I just want to heal, man. She's using a powerful attack. It's touch. I only used one stack of Last Resort. You have to move a little. man! Oh, oh man! Oh! Oh, God. Oh, man! Oh, I'm shaking. Oh, I'm shaking so much. What the fuck, man? Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Man, this game makes you feel things, man. We really pick things back up in episode 26, where I start using GeForce Now, the cloud gaming service, in order to circumvent the extreme lag that I was facing on Nightwalker. And honestly, if you are looking for a Gloom boss fight commentary or guide, I would actually recommend you rewatch this video, because I think there are some great tips in this video, and even though I was not able to clear, I made it so far into the fight, and I think if I had the hands at that point, I would have been able to clear Chaos Gloom on the weekly from week 26 on out onwards. As it turned out, I was not as comfortable in the fight as I am right now, right? With half a year more experience. So I delayed taking on Chaos Gloom weekly for a couple of weeks until I made a few more upgrades to get the fight down to a more comfortable range. Week 27 is another important episode to me because it's my 6-month hyper burning progression update. In this episode, I go over my journey and showcase how far along I've come during that time, as well as I take on normal V-Healer for the first time. And to be honest, taking on V-Healer is such a satisfying experience. I think V-Healer is the best designed boss up until, you know, what I've come to experience, right? So I would say up until Black Mage, V-Healer is the best boss, definitely. I have not soloed Black Mage at this point into my progression, so I don't know if, you know, that's gonna be more satisfying, but still to this day, you know, nowadays I run hard, right? But it is just such an enjoyable boss fight, and you feel really good about yourself. I think this is really the turning point in my progression where I actually became good at the game, to be honest. I think, you know, I'm still not there, right? I'm still not there, but from V-Healer onwards, I saw so many improvements in my gameplay, and you know, it's just this boss where the positioning of your character matters so much that you have to be kind of good at the game to succeed. So, and I think, you know, that's what I love about this boss fight, so. And yeah, then week 28 is it's me trying to defeat Hard V-Healer for the first time. And yeah, it is a different beast because of course she has one more HP bar, but also the first HP bar has a different pattern, and you know, one of the attacks you just cannot dodge without just stepping out of her range. As well as all the other attacks do so much more damage than in normal that, you know, it is another step up to be able to defeat Hard V-Healer on the weekly. So honestly, the step from like normal to hard is so well done, I think. It's like really something that I commend here, because normal prepares you perfectly for hard, but hard still has, you know, still has the edge, right? You just don't need, oh, extra damage and boom, I will be able to take on hard. No, there's, you know, this little extra, right, that you'll need to account for, and I think it's just super well done. It's just amazing. It's my favorite boss, I would say. Yeah, definitely. 2 hype episodes, you know. I lay back and have nothing else to do than finally check out Maplestory's housing content in week 29, and I have to say, it is just not for me. Yes, you can get a couple of extra stats from the system, but there's a lot of upkeep involved, and to be honest, I hate how every GMS exclusive system has some sort of FOMO or upkeep built into it, just to make you even more addicted to the game than you would be to like the base KMS version, right? Anyways, in week 30, I finally reached level 275 in Limina. So here, check it out. I'm so nervous for some reason. Oh god. Here we go. Let me activate bats so we actually get it in one swoop. So here we go. This should be it. Yes. Ooh. Let's activate some Cygnus music here for the chill. Oh man, 275. I'm so happy. I'm so happy it took so long. Oh man, but it feels so good. We only have 10 more levels to go to reach endgame. Oh man. And then in week 31, the next burning event starts, which is, honestly, it couldn't be timed more perfectly, right? 1 week prior to the new burning event starting, I reached a huge milestone for my character, right? 275, so I could have just left it there and started my newest hyper burning adventure, right? And yeah, I choose 0, but I did not go all the way to 275. I only got this character up to 250 and left it at that. Nowadays, this isn't even a bossing mule for me because I already knew going into this I don't want to have any more bossing mules. I have 4 other Knights of Cygnus that I can play on the weekly, and that's good. And you know, I don't need more than that, at least not for the moment, right? So I thought to myself, okay, which of the Legion effects do I really want? And I said to myself, okay, let's do 0, right? 0, I really want to see how it grinds. And yeah, grinding I did. It took me just 1 week to get from level 205 all the way to 250. This was an amazing grind week. And then in week 32, I finally have the guts to take on Chaos Gloom all by my own. Honestly, like I said with the other Gloom episode, this one is really worth watching because I go over the fight again and I go into detail what was I thinking at which point into the fight, right? You have to manage the gauge in the middle, you have to think about, okay, is there gonna be a double opening or not, when should I burst, etc. There's a lot of intricacies, but you know, taking it on for the first time can be very, very challenging. In a similar vein, week 33, I take on Hard Varusilla. And to be honest, man, in my opinion, just another great episode. It's kind of weird, but you know, as I'm making this video, I go over my old videos and watch them, right? And to be honest, I think this is another great one. Maybe it's also just because I like Viela so much. Next up, we have week 34, Shining Star Force again. I have to say, this is my most popular episode because I guess the people just love watching upgrading content. And yeah, upgrading I do here. I get so many 22-star items in this episode, it is just amazing. And then I also get my Twilight mark to 22 stars. And at that point, well, I just had to push the berserk, right? I think the star catching speed is quite fast right now. Let's take a look. That's okay. We can work with this. Let's go 20. Oh, that one was lagging 100%. I'm calling lags. Oh, now it's fast again. Yep. Chance time. Let's use that. And yeah, let me wait a couple of minutes here. Dude, what? Okay. Goodbye. It's been fun. but you got replaced by the Twilight Mark, which, yeah, I'm okay with. But the unfortunate thing is that I have to look at the spare trays now in my inventory, right? That's the unfortunate thing about this. But whatever, really. I made a significant upgrade here, which is, it's good enough. Then Kali was released, and as a luck Legion character, of course, I had to create one and get it all the way to 200. Then week 37 is another big one for me, because after practicing the Black Mage boss fight for quite some time with my team, we finally decided to take on the boss fight and managed to take him down. Everybody ready?
Yes.
You have to use basic attack, by the way.
I have to?
Yes.
Wow.
Go down with.
I didn't know.
There we go.
There we go.
GG.
And since the first clear, we've been clearing Black Mage together in a party every month, and I've been working on the liberation missions. And yeah, I definitely want to share the following clip from week 41 with you guys. I want to enter hard, and I want to start the mission. I have to defeat him alone, have only my Genesis weapon equipped and secondary. I will do 50% less final damage, and only the base set of the current equipment will be applied. Alright. I think I don't have the... No, okay. So let's enter, right? Start the mission. Yes. Oh. Oh no, I gotta unequip my android, right? It's giving me such an advantage in this fight, you know, that can't be a thing. Alright, so hard and start the mission. Alright, here we go. I don't think I switched over my link skills for this. Mega lag. But I also don't think it's gonna be a problem, right? Oh, it might be. It's not a one burst at least. But it's not a fair fight either. Okay, I remember episode 1 when I took on normal Magnus for the first time and he completely destroyed us. Man, that were times. Oh, what the heck? Let's try not to die out. Maybe I should have buffed up like properly with guild skills and such, right? Oh, this doesn't look good at all. Hello? Hello? Oh my god. Dude, this really is episode 1 all over again. Getting wrecked by Magnus. I love it. I'm a big fan. Wait, I don't even have my toggles activated. I just saw that. And we have this really cool buff here. Black Mage's Binding. You are bound and weakened by the Black Mage's aura. Alright. Okay, so let's activate our toggles. Do a little more damage. And... oh my god. Again... yeah. Immediately died. Okay. Well, this isn't looking too hot right now. Well, I'm getting wrecked! Aye. It really takes some courage to upload fantastic gameplay like this, I'm telling ya. Dude, I'm getting completely destroyed. Okay, but this should do the trick, right? Okay. Aye. Don't tell anybody about this. Ooh. Okay. Let me take a breather after this amazing fight that I just showcased here. Oh man, I'm like, on the one hand, I'm like, of course I should show everything, right? Every step of the way. This is what a progression series is about. At the same time, I'm like, oh my god, that's kind of embarrassing. Okay. One second. And yeah, to this day, this is what a progression series is really about. I'm so glad that I decided to keep that in the episode, because looking back, it's still funny how Magnus was able to wreck me in the first episode and then wreck me again during the liberation mission. The liberation missions aren't really a big problem though if you take them serious enough. Even the Lotus liberation mission that I took on in week 43 isn't really a problem for my character anymore. But to be honest, that's completely fine with me because I am looking forward into the future and I really want to take on some new bosses in New Age. And yeah, that's what I've been preparing for here the last couple of weeks of this progression. I am just collecting money, doing my dailies, and waiting for New Age for the best update that we have ever seen, according to Nexon. That leaves us here in the present. The New Age patch seems to be bringing a lot of unwanted change, and my opinion on that can be basically summarized with a quote by Reginald from Nintendo America. And that quote goes, "If it's not fun, why bother?" Besides that, let's take a look at the gear that I'm rocking here now. So, like we established in the beginning of the episode, I'm sitting at 49k stats, barely about to break the 50k stat mark, and we did so earlier in the series. But unfortunately, I did boom my Guardian Angel Slime Ring 2 episodes ago. Whoops! Yeah, besides that, let's take a look at what I'm rocking here. We've taken a brief look at the ancient slate replica, the Misty Island totem here. I rolled a pretty good flame, not a god flame by any means, but you know, this one is very good. 101 luck is definitely something that, you know, anybody could be satisfied with, I imagine, right? So, next up, let's do the weapon, secondary, and emblem. So, on these 3 items, I have 7 lines of attack and 2 lines of boss damage. Of course, I would strive for 3 lines of attack on the weapon, but as this is only the arcane weapon and not the Genesis weapon, I just stopped at this and said to myself, okay, I might as well use my money that I get right now for other things. And yeah, I think that's a decent decision. I'm fine with that. I would have a better time grinding, or I would be able to grind at higher mobs with a better weapon, you know, with 2 more lines of attack. But we're gonna see how it goes, right? I don't think I will change this weapon anymore. So next, let's check out my ring setup right now. So I have 122-star Meister ring. This is the replacement slot that gets soon to be changed, hopefully, right, by a Roar 3 or 4, depending on when I get my box drop, right? So we're like, I have no idea how fast that's gonna be, how lucky I have to be to get a Roar. I have no idea. Then we have the Kana's treasure ring at 22 stars. Yeah, I've had this item for a very long time now. And currently this is the slot that I would have my slime ring in, but I have to resort to using one of my meso rings. So yeah, oops. Then we have the Superior Golux ring at 22 stars. In general, all my items besides the arcanes are at 22 now, which I'm super satisfied with. Sweetwater pendant, the flame is so good. I really like it. Unfortunately, the system was nerfed since, so this is something that is not really replicatable anymore. But I wouldn't even bother transposing a pendant anymore, because you get so many spares from a Carium that the second slot could be a Dominator pendant for a very long time. Then the Golux pendant here. Yeah, nothing special. The Golux belt. This is the item with the weakest flame out of all of my items. So 4 attack and 3 alt set. I will probably reflame this in the future, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to buy flames to reflame it. I don't think so. I think I will save my money and work on potentials next. Next up, we have my CRA head with 4 seconds of cooldown reduction. This is not optimal for bossing, but it is for grinding in my situation, right? I am a bite farming enjoyer, right? So having a -4 second cooldown head helps a lot, but by all means isn't necessary. -2 or -3 would also do the trick. I am just, you know, a little mad when it comes to this. Next up, my Twilight Mark. Currently, this is my drop item as well as my damage item because, yeah, that's just the way it is. I'm waiting for the cube sale to redo the potential here, as well as for, you know, the new age patch to hit, so I have more information to make a more informed decision. Next up, my Sweetwater Monocle. This is a transposed item post-nerf. I would still transpose the monocle because the alternative is getting the eye patch or Papillardus mark to 22 stars, or rocking a 20-star pink bean mark, black bean mark, whatever it is called. Let me just check my spare here. Black bean mark, exactly. So that's why I think Sweetwater Monocle, yeah, still something that is worth transposing just for the Star Force alone. Then we have my CRA top, CRA pants, arcane shoes. Really nothing special about these items. My Superior Golix earrings, these are really good because, you know, 22 stars, perfected potential, and in my opinion also perfected flame. 32 and 4 is really expensive, and I was super lucky to get this flame. Next up, my shoulders, my only arcane piece that is already at 22 stars. The others are still stuck at 19. I went ahead and did not stop at 21 stars on the shoulder because I wanted to have answers about which armor pieces I will be picking from armor boxes, right? I don't get a ton of them, and now that I've finished one item, I don't have to pick up any more shoulders, so that's why I went with this approach. Then my Fairy Heart. Yep, nothing special. I have the 7-day Monster Parker medal, of course. Still rocking the Magnus badge. Until I upgrade my badge, this, you know, a lot of time is gonna go by. I imagine this is something that I'll do in the next year, but it's not something that's gonna happen for sure. And yeah, emblem and secondary I already showed. So, last thing that's gonna happen in this video is I'm gonna do a BA, so I know what kind of damage I do right now, and I have something to compare against after unlocking all of my 6 job skills. So let's check that out. So I just relogged into GeForce Now to do the battle analysis, but I saw that I forgot to talk about my familiar setup. So the setup that I'm always going to be using is a 30% boss damage familiar, another 30% boss damage familiar, and one healing familiar with 2 lines of HP healing. Simply for the fact because I think that I'm gonna deal more damage through having a healing familiar equipped than having the alternative equipped, which for me would be another 20% boss damage familiar. Here we have it. Other notable familiars are a 30% ID familiar, which at least has a small amount of healing built into it. And yeah, unfortunately, that's really about it. When I'm going to check my farming setup, my best familiar is probably this one, because it has item drop rate by a large amount as well as 3% critical damage. That's pretty nice, right? But I'd rather have like a boss damage and healing combination familiar, or like boss damage and ID, right? So yeah, I don't know, leaves a sour taste in my mouth. And then we have 2 auto steal familiars just to get the meso income up by a very, very small amount. Like this improves my meso rate by like 1 or 2%, I imagine. I'm not actually sure what it does. I've never looked at the calculation for this. I only know that it improves your meso income by something. But yeah, usually there's not something to worry about. And yeah, so, alright, so let's get into the battle analysis. Alright, so let's check out my 3-minute or full rotation BA. Basically, I start the BA with Rapid Throw and I end the BA when I have Shadow Illusion back up. So this should guarantee, you know, that I capture my full rotation as you've seen, right? And I have to move away from the boss, otherwise... Oh my god, come on! What's important here to look at is the damage distribution between the skills, especially when we want to compare against New Age, right? So right now my Quintuple Star did 55% of the damage, Shadow Spear 17, the Bats did 12, Rapid Throw also, you know, around that mark with 11%. Overall, in the full rotation, we were able to clock in at 166, which is pretty good, I imagine, right? So when it comes to goals, with this BA, I think I am hard Saren ready. I at least hope so. Of course, I don't have the shiny Genesis weapon at 22 stars, which would amplify this by a ton, as well as it would give me an iframe, right? So I don't know how necessary that will be. But yeah, I will try to hold my own in a hard Saren party in New Age. As well as for other short-term goals, I think from here on out, I want to be taking on Hard Darknell relatively soon, as well as Chaos Slime, just to get my ring back. I feel so scammed, but at the same time, it was 100% my mistake. Oh man, I'm still sad about it. Okay, we will compare against this battle analysis in New Age once I unlocked all my skills. So I hope you're around for it as well. And yeah, that does it for 1 year of Maplestory progression and this episode. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you next Thursday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
If it's not fun, why bother?